that you can implement today to help you with your eating disorder, be it bulimia or binge eating or anorexia, whatever you're struggling with. There are a few things you can do right away. Number 1. Yes, get rid of that scale today, right now. Get rid of it. You don't need it. You know you're just obsessing. You know, gotta tell you, I was there myself. I was on that scale. I don't know how many times a day, every little gram. You know it's not helping you. If you want to get better, that thing has to go. It is enough when you get weight. You know, when you go to the doctor, how you feel in your body has nothing to do with a number. Water has such an influence. People who are dependent on that number on the scale still, and I was like that, so I know what it's like, and it's super scary to think you let go of this bit of control of measuring your weight. But this is such an important start to understand what it does to your head. No scale in the house, no possibility to obsess about your weight or not weight. You will not be able to get back into your body and to develop a healthy relationship to your body where everything communicates the right way and the right message without distortion. If your brain hops out and looks at a number and makes a judgment and goes on warpath with you, the scale has got to go. If you're not there yet, I fully understand. I urge you to look more into why this is so very, very necessary. This obsession of weighing yourself and to associating a number with your self-worth and with your value. You need to put into perspective what is more important to you at this point. Is it that number or is it your life? Because eating disorders and addiction ultimately lead to a destroyed life and death. What's more important, scale and those grams, plus minus ounces, or is it your life? Get rid of it. It was the best thing I could have ever done, was gotten rid of that scale. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. Tip number 2. Study the benefits of food. I already have a video up that's called How to Make Peace with Food, and this is an in-depth explanation of how you can do this. As you know, food that we have made our enemy, we need to make it our friend again, and the way to do this and to retrain our brain from looking into the negative components of food, negative, what we perceive as negative, aka calories and fat and all of that, forget about it. Look into the benefits of food, of the different food groups and what they do. The more you implement that knowledge, the more you just surround yourself with this kind of information and to allow it back into your brain, the more it will help you with lessening this anxiety that you have built neural pathways in your brain where you associate food with anxiety. So you need to work against this, and the working against this is not fighting, it's instead embracing and releasing. If there's anything or anyone that you do not have to see or meet that's triggering you, get rid of these people. I don't know if you have friends who you do eating disorder with, get rid of those friends. You can do this today by making a decision. What's more important? Those unhealthy friends, or is it your life? Every day you're in the wrong environment is going to bring you down. Today, make a start weeding out negative friends, friends that are toxic or toxic environments. If you cannot escape from certain environments, you need to build a safety and protection plan for yourself to stay sane, and you need to figure out coping tools. Okay, but please define those toxic people. This is something you can make a start with today. If you know you go on certain platforms or you read certain magazines, whatever it is that triggers the crap out of you, where you think, oh, I wish I was this pretty, or I this makes me feel horrible or ugly, whatever it is. That is the detox you need. That is what you need to get rid of, and you can get rid of it today. And that can be deleting apps, that can be blocking people from your friends, whatever it is. Make a start. Do the detox. Don't do it with the food. Do it with the real things that you have to get rid of. It's not the food. It is the triggering concepts and people. Don't buy it. You're paying with your life for it. Just be the weirdo. Who cares? Which leads me to the other tip. Start meditating. I know there are a lot of people who suffer from addiction who think their mind is too active. I want to show you something. I made this for my kids. It's called an emotion jar, because I tried to explain to my kids why it is important sometimes to have a timeout when they throw a tantrum, when we have an anxiety attack, when we are in distress, whatever it is that gives us I need to binge, I need to purge, I need to restrict, whatever it is, I need to run away, I need to do my thing. This is a much better tool, because look what happens. This is what happens when we have an anxiety attack or a tantrum. And that's why we meditate. Because what happens is all of these thoughts are twirling in our head and making us crazy. And if we learn how to take a time out before we act on all the ideas that come during crazy hour in our head, if we learn how to give ourselves a time out for this to settle and separate again, so we can see, okay, this is my addiction speaking, this is my actual, natural, healthy inner self, the way it's supposed to be speaking. And if you can keep that apart and implement the changes that you can make and let go of the ones you can't, that's an old AA prayer. Start meditating today. I have a video about a meditation and how you can stop dreading it if you do. But if you meditate every day, it will make such a big, big difference. Another thing you can start today is journal. You know why journaling is so good? Similar to this, right? So where it's slowly settling, it is a mindful exercise, journaling, where you're putting everything that makes your mind full into a shape, which is a piece of writing, putting it in a tangible form that will give you the power to analyze what's going on, and it also will help you to step back. Once everything's floating up there, you can't catch it. It's just brackets. But when you're calm, when you're not under an anxiety attack where everything is storming up there, and the thoughts settle and you can hear your own healthy voice again, your own voice of reason, where you can be your own best friend, where you hear the voice of self-love that is buried deep there. This is how you can filter it. And you can, you see, once you become an avid journaler, you realize there are different voices that are coming out. You can write when you're angry, to just let it steam out. On page number 3, there will be a different voice. You will calm down and you will get a clear idea of how to catch those thoughts floating around. There are so many more videos out there and people who have overcome this. Listen to their stories and see what worked for them and give it a try. Doing the self-exploration is the best thing you can do, and just follow your bliss. Do what feels good, do what feels right. I love you, you can do this. Good luck with all these tips.